Welcome back, everyone, to Legend of Legaia, Legaia Reborn.
Woo!
Yay! Well, I just finished. Well, I had yesterday off too, but I just finished an 84-hour week, and I'm still suffering from it.
Holy moly!
Oof.
So
Yes.
I didn't prepare for this session. I kept telling myself I was gonna get on and like do some stuff. I didn't. So let's see how this goes.
It's not the first time you've had to fly by the seat of your pants, right?
Yeah. Taking a Chloranon Toranon, episode 31. The red shirts are greeted by the 3 members of the Arcane Council, the heads of Chloranon's government, each with an extravagant musical light show. After they welcome the party to town, a younger gnome named Zeffrington offers to show them around town. Lute's parents excuse themselves, saying that they'll be around if Lute wants to talk. Saeed leaves the group and walks off into town by himself. Zeph escorts the red shirts to their shop with some quick stops by a few novelty stores on the way. The party exchanges some Saru shards for an encrypt leaf with leaf coin loaded on it, the volatile local currency backed by imagination. They also learn of Presturva, a substance created by a company called PrestoFab that allows the gnomes to create crafting materials out of plant matter, and they learn of Varkons, the rechargeable energy storage vessels that power the city. Lastly, Zeph gifts the party a piece of Saru tech called SPAR, Strategic Practice and Assessment Resource, that allows them to collectively enter a virtual environment to do combat training. Afterward, they go to an eventful dinner, first being grilled about snakes by a flute-wielding gnome named Patrick, and then, which I appreciate Josh getting the reference immediately. And then an attempted recruitment by an entertainment recruiter named Marganet Filigris. Before leaving, Marganet gifts the party branch seat tickets to see a band called Synesthesia at the PrestoFab Arena for later that night. Yeah, so you're still all there. You're with Zeph. And they've treated you to dinner. You're sitting outside. It's a nice night out, even though it's the middle of winter. There are environmental, they've got some environmental magic going on that is keeping the place warmer than it should be.
They got that magic AC.
The magic AC that didn't come from armor.
Oh yeah. That's a callback.
Yeah. So there you are. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about or ask questions about while you're sitting here having your dinner?
Ooh. I think Whispered's gonna ask to the rest of the group, does anyone know what synesthesia means? Like looking at the ticket.
I mean, I do myself. Liz does, but I
Yeah.
don't know if Bree would. Let me.
It's
should
kind
we
of
do, like,
voicing like
intelligence checks or something.
Frank says, I think it's a old tale about a not Russian princess whose family was dethroned and killed, and she lost all her
No,
memories.
that was
and
Anastasia.
Oh,
You ever seen those threads on like Reddit? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
involved in
it's
those
like
threads.
every
I
time.
love those so much. No,
They can
that's
be really
great
funny.
you're
humor.
thinking of,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like Oh man, I love those so much. I jump in
Yeah.
every time I can.
They're
me
really
too.
good when they're on like a not serious topic. It is very annoying though whenever you're like Googling something to try to figure out, okay, I'm doing some research, I need to figure out this problem. You go to a Reddit thread and you scroll down and it's just that and you're like, this wasn't a funny topic. Why is it this?
Stop that.
Bree,
Does not know.
Can I roll a check or something? Because I
sure.
feel like I would be the closest to know
Yeah, you
what
could do a
that might be.
medicine check. It's kind of a
Okay.
medical condition.
Right, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dr. Kitsch once used this word, talking about like people could like whose senses get crossed, you know, and it was like kind of there's you hear it in reference to your friend at who's suffering from hypoarcana elementitis.
Oh.
Thinking that initially they thought maybe it was just like their wires getting crossed, you know, but like, you know, they eventually came to the right diagnosis, especially when, you know, the electrical shocks could be felt by other people in contact with him. You know, of course, brought on by the fact that he used an electrical saru pretty much every day to kind of recharge batteries in the in the old town, you know, and then like losing that triggered this condition that
So he had
you
a
know,
dependency on a Saru like device.
yeah, it was like it kind of you know, the theory is that it is like kind of linked him to like an elemental energy source, just through repetition of drawing in that power and using it, that it is just kind of stuck open at this point.
So I guess I should ask, does Thresh say all of this or does
Yeah.
Thresh describe it as something else?
Just describe what the condition is. I won't go into detail
Okay.
about my friend or anything.
So Raspberry just kind of like looks concerned. Is like, are they gonna make us like smell colors or something with music?
Do you really want to know? You want me to ruin
Oh,
the surprise?
that guy was there. That's right. I forgot. Raspberry kind of jumps because he was like so focused on the thing.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say they're small, but they're not any smaller than you guys.
Yeah, you know that scene from The Office where like Dwight's standing there and then the girl's like right next to him and she's like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh fuck, yeah, that is like that. So yeah, what are we getting into here?
You know, it's more the same. People here, they love their shows. The synesthesia, they're a recurring act. They, you know, they made a name for themselves, and but yeah, it's mostly like a light show, and there's some tricking of the senses, and you know, it goes along with it.
Oh, okay.
We should check it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go, I mean, you don't have to, but you got tickets.
Is branch seat good?
They're all branch seats. I don't know why
Oh.
they do that. Like, they say it like it's some kind of special thing, but they're like just literally there's an amphitheater and there's like a bunch of branches like around it. Everybody's sitting on a branch pretty much.
I just thought it looked kind of odd. Like Restore points at the like weirdly extravagant font on branch seat.
Yeah, I mean, the more you're gonna see more and more of that, the more you're here. It's everything's played up.
Oh, like the weird smell machine. That was one of the things that one lady was selling in her like home decor thing, was basically like a smell
There
machine
was, yeah,
thing.
it was the it was like it was a play on potpourri.
I imagine one of those things
Popo
you would. Yeah, I imagine you'd like get one of those like pods that you sit on your table, and as you walk by, it goes like.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
But it's powered by prestidigitation.
Man.
That's like half of the like devices is some kind of prestidigitation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, prestidigitation is taught in like grade. I don't know. I think they might even start on it in kindergarten.
Yeah, that's something most people would know.
Yeah,
Right?
pretty much.
Like where
half of
she's
a
like,
victim.
uncomfortable, like, yeah.
It's at this time, a lady walks by and she's got several of these wooden looking canisters that are kind of like intricately carved with like these, I don't know, it looks kind of like runes, but it's a lot of lines kind of like down the side and stuff. And they've got, it's like a canister and they've got like a ring over the top, the bottom, and like a little like handle at the top. And there are some glowing like bits on it. Um, namely, you see like three prominent like green glowing dots, and she walks up to the cart with the guy that's like cooking up food, and she's like, "Hey, sorry, I meant to be here earlier, but I got held up. There was some stuff with the paperwork." And he's like, all right, can you wait a minute? Like, let me get these things off the grill first. She's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And you see him like kind of like, finish like cooking up some things, and then he like serves them out to get some customers. And he's like, hey, sorry. And to the next customer, he's like, it's just gonna be a minute. What's your order? And he takes their order and he's like, yeah, go ahead. And she's like, yeah, thanks. She walks over to that spot that Bree had seen, and she puts her hand on it and then kind of applies some pressure and then like turns it, and then it kind of like slowly pops up out of the ground, revealing another one of these canisters, and it's got one glowing light on it instead of three. And she grabs the handle and she kind of pops it out, and all the kind of lights like in the area like and like go out, and then she like grabs the one that's or one of the like four that are hanging at her waist. She kind of unbuckles it and sticks it in, and goes like that and pushes it in, and then just kind of like looks around for a second, and she looks at the canister, and then she kind of like she pulls it out, and the guy cooking the food's like, hey, what's going on over there? She's like, yeah, it's weird. Sorry, give me a second. She shoves it back in there and she kind of jiggles it a bit, and like nothing happens. And then she like pulls it out, and then she grabs another one off her belt and she shoves it in, and all the lights come back on. You hear the grill start to like hiss and stuff, and she's like, huh, weird. And she like pushes the canister back into the ground, twists it, and it kind of seems to lock in place. And she picks it up. She says, got a defective one. It's like, oh.
Bree walks over and says, "Can I see it?"
Well, they're kind of property of the city.
No, I don't want to keep it. I just want to look at it.
I mean, not to be rude, but I don't really know you. And I'm kind of busy, so she like hooks it on her belt.
While she's putting it on her belt, I just want to try to see if I can see like something covered that shouldn't be covered, comparing it to the other ones that she's got on her belt, or something bent that shouldn't be bent, or some reason that it would be defective.
Sure. You want to make a crafting check, or yeah, just make a crafting check. Ooh. Yeah, you're looking at it and you're kind of like seeing like the very, how they're structured and what they look like, and kind of quickly like scan and compare the two, and nothing pops out at you like any difference between the one hanging on her belt right next to it that has the same three glowing lights. Yeah, they look pretty much identical.
All right.
Very odd system they have here.
Yeah, Zeph says, yeah, there was like some idea of like maybe like stringing a bunch of like cabling all over the place, but people didn't like the looks of it, right? It's kind of like ruins the aesthetic. So they opted for just kind of like localized Varcon ports.
Have you always used this technology, or is it more recent?
Oh, it's pretty recent. Actually, wasn't that long. Like life here was pretty hard. After the mist showed up, we made a lot of, I don't know, it's quite a bit of leaps in technology to kind of make things more comfortable here while we were, kind of all trapped.
That it reacting like that does that do that very often, where it just doesn't work?
No, I don't. Not that I could recall. I mean, like everything's prone to breaking, but it's kind of weird. Um, I don't want to toot any of our own horns or anything, but us gnomes, we are pretty precise when it comes to our, manufacturing and measuring. Um,
Okay. It's just odd.
Maybe somebody was just having a bad day.
So what time about is it? Like how much time until we need to start heading to synesthesia?
It's so like dusk is rapidly approaching, and basically the tickets are like after dusk, essentially. So yeah, time is coming up pretty fast. You probably don't have much time to do, much.
Okay.
If we want to
I'd
go
probably
get to the
just
show.
start heading there then. Let's get some good seats, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I think I've probably seen him about good 40, 50 times. But I'll live vicariously through you guys, you know what I mean?
Use big words, little man.
Well, I know a lot of big words. Indubitably.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
You could take two. All right. They kind of like start walking you off to the Presto Fab Arena, which at some point you cross some bridges, you walk around some platforms, and this place, like at one point you've got to step on there's like a pulley system that just kind of goes in a big loop that's got like these leaves like sticking out of it, and you like grab onto the vine and step on a leaf, and it just kind of like lowers you down to the lower platform, and you get off, or you stay back on and end up back on the upper platform.
It's like a leaf elevator.
Yeah. And you just you take a few of these things, Zeph's trying to kind of like give you like directions, like, all right, remember that way, remember that particular knot, like points north, so you're gonna want to go around this way on your way back, just in case we get separated. They end up, you start walking. At one point, you see like this really long bridge heading out to like a particularly big tree with like a large platform around it, and this tree looks weird because it's like has a bunch of there's a bunch of branches lower down that like come up and kind of scoop up and like do kind of like a swirl around the tree, but then there's also branches above it that come down and kind of go the opposite direction as they kind of swirl down. And there's a bunch of these like leaf elevators and walkways that kind of like stair step up like to different areas so you can get to different branches. There's a bunch of signs and stuff kind of pointing to where you're supposed to go. And there's also just like a big sign that in some language you don't understand. A lot of the signs around here are in what you assume is Gnomish. I don't know if anybody speaks Gnomish.
No,
I do.
You do?
Oh.
I do.
Yeah, so Bree, you can read it, and this one just says like Presto Fab Arena.
I mean, I grew up here with the gnomes, so
Oh, right.
like you're bilingual, you speak both.
Yeah, so you're picking up a little bit more than anybody else that's doesn't speak Gnomish. But it says Presto Fab Arena, making your fabs fabulous.
Making her fabs fabulous. Bree kind of like says that and laughs to herself a little bit, like she's reading some of the signs out loud, the ones that make her laugh.
What? All right.
Yeah,
You
when
were
they say
here.
when they look at her weird or like say something, she just kind of points to the sign.
Zeph looks at you, Rispert, and says, "Fab stands for fabrications."
Rispert just looks back at the sign. It's still just gibberish to.
Zeph leads you up to your seats, and there's these kind of they're kind of they're a little bit bucket kind of in kind of a bowl shape or whatever, and kind of conform to your back, but they're these big leaves that are all it kind of gives this illusion of all these branches being covered in these leaves, but it's all the seating around the arena, and it all gives a big view of the platform, big central platform that's down in kind of hanging. It's kind of half off of the tree, but kind of goes out quite a bit. But it is supported by a lot of a structure underneath that is holding it to everything else.
It's like a big free floating stage.
Pretty much, yeah. With exits that go back toward the large tree that it's mostly being supported from, where all these branches are coming from. And as you sit there, you wait for a little while for the entertainment to start, and when it does, it is kind of mind-blowing and extremely disorienting, and nothing like you ever seen before. But essentially they come a bunch of lights, there's light beams that are doing this all over the place, and strobe lights, and something that none of you prior to today probably ever would have imagined would be classified as music.
Just imagining sensory overload.
Yeah, Kaduka immediately needs to get out of there.
I imagine it's very techno type music, or because it's but techno for synesthesia, all I'm thinking is strong bad. Raving with the light switch.
Kaduka might not have even made it to the seat with all the people around.
Oh yeah, there's tons of people everywhere. Do you leave? Zeph keeps looking back to make sure you're still following, because they don't want to lose you.
I'm an Irish goodbye, actually.
Okay, gotcha. Give me a there we go. Let's see. No one sees Kaduka sneak away.
I think we're all kind of distracted by being constantly flashbanged.
But yeah, this crazy light show starts up, and then you see 4 gnomes that are all dressed in weird outfits that just got stuff sticking off of them in random directions, like a swirly thing, and some spikes, and they're wearing metal helmets, and they walk out, and 3 of them walk out with instruments. And they did say this was a band. But they walk out with instruments, and they stand in the very back of the platform, and one person walks out to the middle that has a a platform with, or like a table with a bunch of like very colorful like doodads on it. And then at some point everything starts to quiet down, everything gets quieter and calmer, and you see that this place is also equipped with a bunch of those like articulated like cam lights that seem to cast illusions. um, and everything seems to disappear, like everything goes black outside of the arena, and you seem like you're now in like this black dome. And then the guy in the middle starts like twisting some stuff and like poking some stuff, and like these lights and start going all over the place, and then the band is in the back just kind of like playing music. You suppose like is playing some kind of music in the back that is really strange, and there's like all these weird sounds that are coming out of it. But like the attention seems that like those are like the way they've got it set up. It's definitely like the band members are in the background, and the guy up in the middle is like the lead, and he's just like poking buttons and stuff, and it's all very weird. And like throughout the different songs, events or whatever you want to call them, like there are all kinds of different, like you see like flying dragons, and like one will like swoop by a branch and blow like fire breath on everybody, and then like taste cinnamon. And then like you'll get blasted with lights, and you start feeling like chilly and then hot and chilly and hot, and like all these like weird sensations. You smell things, you hear things. Basically all of your senses are being used in this crazy show that's going on.
I think at the point where we get like cold and hot and cold and hot, Bree purposefully looks for Kaduka because she would absolutely know that Kaduka would hate this. And upon noticing that Kaduka's not around, she'd probably nod her head like, good. He would hate this.
I actually had
Bree was just worried that she'd have to escort her little brother out of the rave.
Well, more worried that he'd be like overwhelmed, and then I'd, like,
Have to reassure him.
yeah, and you don't want your siblings to be, because they would be
Yeah.
basically in pain,
Yeah.
I had I don't know. I had a track ready for this, and I have no idea where it went. But anyway, yeah, Kaduko, where do you go while this is all happening?
I would like to climb to the top. The tippy top of the tree. And see what I can see.
Kind of to get there, you'd have to go like straight through the stage. Like there's
really?
Yeah, like once are you leaving the arena first?
Yeah.
Yeah, once you leave the arena and you look back, it's basically just a big black orb. Like now you can't see anything. And like the top of the tree, we're talking like hundreds of feet.
I'm a gecko grip.
Oh, okay. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Let's see. You can go pretty far in 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes if you want to actually come down without dying.
Oh, that's great.
Is that on a short rest or a long?
It's a long rest.
Is it? We'll stay up there tonight.
Oh, which you've already used.
Wait, is
You
this
used
still
it
the
to
day
scout.
one?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
It's like
shit,
you
yeah,
guys.
I did already use it.
You haven't.
Yeah,
even
we just
had
dropped off our stuff at the place we were gonna crash. We haven't actually slept yet.
Alright, well then I'm just gonna sneak around and try to get the lay of the land and maybe get into some trouble.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You start sneaking around. let's see. As you're walking around, you see a couple of humans. They've got fur on their faces, both of them. One quite a bit more than the other. They're hard to miss because they're twice as tall as anybody else here. And
What are they doing?
one, the kind of, it's like a little bit of a taller one, but he's like skinnier, and less wrinkly. He says, "Pa, I swear, they said some of them rat folk people like showed up here earlier today, and they said they went this way. Like some people saw them. I don't know if they like went into that, He says, "Gosh dang it, we gotta find him. I gotta know real bad. I gotta get out of here."
Oh no, country bumpkins.
His pa, this could be it, right? We could be going home. So yeah, boy. Oh, this could be it. Oh, I haven't been this happy in 20 years. So yeah, they seem to be looking for you guys.
I'm not gonna be the one to reveal myself to them. I'm gonna keep going.
Gotcha. Yeah, you just keep going. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of weird stuff. Like, there is anyone that does see you, like, by happenstance or whatever reason, like, is like really interested in you for like a short period of time. If you don't lose them right away, like, then they, after a couple of minutes, they get bored and they seem to just disengage.
I miss my frog.
You miss your frog?
Yeah, I didn't take him. I would have just probably released him in the woods and racking him.
Emotional support frog.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you see, you start to, as you're kind of exploring the town, you start getting your bearings, getting the, you find out where the PrestoFab like factory is, and it's and the main like corporate office seems to be on another level like above it. You see, you find like kind of a big residential area or a couple different residential areas. You find a couple like shopping centers. You also find the kind of really picturesque, really nice, classy, like less lit up, less like extravagant and crazy area that is where the Arcane Council lives. You find some like more shops. You find like some places where they're just kind of prestofabbing, like preservaing, yeah, like
Oh, it's that special like magic resin stuff they use for everything.
exactly. You see them like turning vines into rope, essentially, or hose, or they do a lot with vines. Oh, you see a lot of like cultural areas, everything, any kind of like vegetable or fruit that they seem to be able to grow up here. You see a lot of potted stuff. You see a lot of stuff, on tresses. But yeah, you get like a good view of the city. But as it is getting later, people are turning in for the night.
Yeah, I think Bree would be probably pretty tired, especially, I mean, she's not as bad as Kaduka, but that would have been very overwhelming for Bree as well. So she'd probably be like, all right, it's time to go to bed. and then she'd make her way to that cabin they gave us.
Right. Those of you still in the arena, do you do anything while the performance is going on?
Yeah, so Chunks is taking in the full effect.
We've never been to one of these parties before.
Are they serving any kind of food or drink?
Yeah, there's like people like walking around that are
Yeah, like
they've got-
gnomes selling hot nuts or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
You can get like stuff you would on the outside, but it's really expensive in here.
But yeah, you see somebody walking by and they're like, hot nuts! Anybody want the hot nuts? I got some fresh mushrooms.
Why are they hot?
We warmed them up. You want some?
Sure. Wait, we're sharing like the weird credit card, right? The coin.
Yeah.
Like we have the one that's loaded.
You guys will have to, you put 30 gold, essentially, 30 gizmos of through material on it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he says 5 copper, hot nuts.
Whisper's like kind of excited, like, "Oh, can we try that?"
Would definitely want.
Heck yeah.
All right, 7 copper. Want to lock it in? You want
Wait.
some?
I thought it was 5.
Well, it's 7 now.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. It changes dynamically.
I don't want it anymore.
Don't want it?
No.
They're pretty good.
But we want to try them.
Only 3 copper.
Oh, 3 copper.
out.
We'll take it. Lock it.
All right.
All right.
All right. Swipe. Just put your encrypt chip right here.
All right. Yeah. I put in the chip.
All right. You put it in the chip. There's like a bleep and like a little like holographic, like a flat holograph of like some numbers pops up and shows that you have 3 or 299.99 leaf coin left, or 97 leaf coin.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, it dropped in value again before we did the transaction.
And he doesn't seem perturbed by the fact that it like went down in price or anything. But he's like, here's your hot nuts.
All right.
Ooh. So Whisper's gonna share.
All right. You have the first one here, Whisper.
All right. Does Whisper's head explode when the?
No, it's just stadium food.
Okay. Where it looks better from a distance.
I take it Loot has some too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have some hot nuts. Enjoy, maybe enjoy the show, maybe don't enjoy the show. And eventually it ends with like an explosion of light and sound that is just like over the top, completely unnecessary. You think this whole place is coming off off the tree. And then
Whisper's gonna be more surprised by that because they were distracted by the nuts and just being like, "Oh wow, this is very interesting." So just completely taken off guard.
Hot nuts go everywhere.
Shower the audience.
Yeah, there's some gnomes below you that are like,
Dude.
and everybody starts filing out of the arena. Everything kind of like slowly, the black orbness like starts to clear up, and you start to see the sky and the stars and trees and stuff again. And the lights are a lot dimmer. Like there's less illusions going on, but they are in some places like a little more vibrant because it's nighttime.
Okay.
Well, that was synesthesia. What you think?
I think we need one back on the island.
Yeah,
I don't think the island needs that.
Well, I mean, like now that I mean, you think the mist's gone for good?
No.
Kind of part of why we're out here. This is our first expedition this far out.
So you think it's gonna be back then?
Hopefully
Um,
not.
Well, right now the tree is keeping it away. So if the tree is unable to do that, I think it's very possible. I think we need to find whatever's causing the mist.
Makes sense. Well, I mean, if I can help, whatever way I can. Really like to. I mean, I like to see the world. It was one of those things. Is like you think about traveling, and then next thing you know, you're stuck in here for 20 years.
20 years. That makes sense.
Yeah. We we know that one of us has like a spell, like the ability to send communication, right?
Actually, I don't think Loot has told any of you about
We just
that.
have received messages in our head from Loot and don't know why.
I don't think she's ever
I've
sent one to
used
us.
it
Oh,
anyway.
really?
I don't think I've used
Yeah.
it at all.
Oh, okay.
Kaduka has.
I've sent messages
Mess.
telepathically to a lot
That's
of people.
true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. But Kaduka's only goes like 120 feet or something like that.
Hmm.
Kaduka,
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. Kaduka, you see the dome from a distance like start to, the Astrofab arena or Prestofab arena starts to clear up and you see movement, less sound. Well, you weren't hearing any sound from it before, but like people are filing out. Do you meet back up with the party?
I'm gonna go to the room wherever we're staying.
Okay. Gotcha. You head back home or to the room.
I think Whisper's gonna head back too. Tonight's been a lot.
Yeah, sorry to keep you guys out for so long. But
It's not that it's been late. It's just that was a lot.
no, I get it. I get it. Well, anyway, just let me know if you need anything. I will. How about this? I'll swing by in the morning.
All right. Sounds like a good plan.
All right. Well, let me walk you back. And they walk you back to the house.
We have crap, was Spud up here, right? Like he came up with us?
Yeah, Spud.
Okay.
For
a second I thought we left him down there and
No.
he was just like surrounded by danger but
We
completely
left him-
unperturbed.
We had to use him to get away from the Cheshire Cat beast.
Oh, you fed him to the
Yeah.
Cheshire Cat.
Wait, what? No.
No, the some people said they would take care of him while you're walking around the city. You dropped him off at a Spud daycare.
Probably the first time they've seen like pack animal in a while, I'm guessing, if they've just fully in the trees.
Yeah, no real use for him up here.
Okay.
But yeah, they're they're feeding him and stuff.
We don't have any reason to suspect any kind of ill intent from these people yet. Yet.
They are pretty weird though. They're a weird bunch.
Well, there's a difference between being eccentric and dangerous.
But yeah, at some point, might dawn on any of you that, or Loot especially, that you haven't seen Saeed.
Yeah, well, people are like leaving to go to bed and stuff. I think I would go.
You're gonna do what? You're gonna go back to the house?
I would go look for him.
Okay. Do you tell anybody else that before you leave?
No.
Just kind of like the group goes one way and you go the other way.
Yeah.
Everybody sees Loot just peel off from the group.
Ooh, where are you going?
Yeah.
Get a drink.
I'll come with you.
Yeah.
You know, I had lots of drink on the island. I never drank them, but I held a lot of them. So I can do that.
That's fine.
So Trunks goes with Loot then?
Yes.
Got it. Who had the keys to the house?
Did we establish that? I don't know if we.
Do we want to roll to see who had the keys?
Oh no. Just rolling
Yes.
d20s.
All right.
What does 2 mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can all. We'll do rollies. That's fine.
Oh.
3 12s.
Why are there so many 12s?
That's a lot of 12s.
A 12's and a 13.
Well, it looks like Risprit?
Risprit had the keys. Kaduka, you get back to the house a little bit earlier.
I break in.
You break in. How do you break in?
Do I have lock?
Pick the lock or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to lock. I don't know if I have lock pick.
Do you have lockpicks?
I feel like I'm the. It would be either me or Thrash that would have some.
You can be a young whippersnapper trying to pick a lock.
Hmm.
I did when I was younger. I broke into the neighbor church to use their water fountain.
Inventory.
Is it called a lockpick kit in this? Because I have woodworking tools, blacksmith toolkit, and repair toolkit. I figured with the blacksmith toolkit, I could probably like take the knob off,
Yeah.
and then put it back on.
Thieves toolkit is what it's called.
Okay, I need one of those.
Okay, I don't have that.
I need it. We need it.
Is it on Spud?
I don't
Does
think we
Spud's
would have brought
inventory have
that. Wait, is Spud a thief?
I have alchemist and firearm.
He might not be a thief, but he stole our hearts.
Spud is just showing that he has rations and crystals.
Is there a window to climb in through?
Yeah, there's a there's a window. But it's not. I mean, it's also latched on the inside.
Oh. Okay. Then I will wait wherever it is quietest.
Okay. Yeah. As the rest of you approach the house,
There's always
Kaduka.
that vending machine that doesn't work, and then the ice machine right next to it, in these hotels. So.
Kaduka is wedged in between the two of them.
Just chewing on an ice cube.
The hell are you doing in there?
Just waiting for you guys to get back. Can you unlock
Oh.
the door?
Oh no, wait, who has the keys? Like Richard frantically like starts patting themselves down, like, oh wait, we have the keys.
Yeah, you unlock the door and you're able to get inside to all your stuff. Trunks and Loot, you're off. Do you actually stop for drinks, or what do you guys do?
Well, I'm following Loot.
I'm looking for Saeed.
Okay. Are you just walking around and just looking around?
Do I see any tiny little footprints?
So while she's doing this and like her eyes are obviously on the ground, Trunks would be looking for a bar, and he'd be like, "Oh, that looks like a good one." And then when she ignores me, keeps going, I'm like, "Yeah, that I didn't like that one either."
Out of curiosity, can Loot message Saeed with her message ability?
Oh, like with the ability, Saru ability you don't know
Yeah.
about sending? Yeah, absolutely. Give me a perception, Luke. You don't see any small footprints. Feel like you did a pretty good job of looking around. You're like looking in like small places where you might be hiding. But yeah, you're just not seeing anything.
Hope there's no birds of prey up here in the canopy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you see birds for sure.
Oh.
In fact, there's somebody you see like going around and just prestidigitating bird poop off of stuff.
The squeegee prestidigitation just whink.
And it just like blows the bird poop off the platform.
Can
Oh,
I
yes, the
use
poopagon.
share senses?
Ooh, what's the distance? Is there a distance
Ooh.
limitation?
No.
Let's see. Yeah, so what are you doing exactly when you go to share senses?
I'm gonna go into a bar and then sit down.
Okay.
And then you share senses.
So Luke walks into a bar to sit down, Trunks.
Yep. I feel like I've been ignored the whole time, so I'm still just following her and trying to. I'm gonna sit next to her, and I'm gonna talk about the synesthesia with her the whole time. But anytime she doesn't talk back, I'm just gonna continue the conversation.
Loot, Trunks just starts to start a sentence. Is there any indicators that you're like doing the share senses? Like, what do you look like when you do this?
I feel like I would look like Raven, and that's a Raven when she's having a vision.
All right, paint me a picture. What does that look like?
She kind of like zones out, like stares off into the distance, like a blank expression.
You found it so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Loot looks really intense right now. Just staring off into space.
I'll be like, I know today's been a lot. Let me go get you a drink. I'll go get a drink.
She doesn't say anything. Loot. This is what you feel. For a minute, you see nothing. It's dark. You feel cloth all around you. There's something sticky on your mouth. And you hear Saeed. And you smell ooh, you know what? Actually give me a perception check for Saeed.
No.
I got a sheet open if you want me to roll it.
Ah.
Excellent.
He's
All right,
been
he's got an 11.
rat-napped.
There's kind of an acrid smell that he's just not able to place, but it's you know if this bag smells or something. There's like a weird smell. And after a minute, you come back to your senses.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really great show, but I know sometimes some of their
Oh my
stick
god.
Also, I think your drink might get a little warm if you don't have anything. So,
Oh, I'm gonna chug the drink, the entire drink. I'm gonna chug it.
oh,
The lady that brought it to you was like, "Oh wow, you want another?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that one was two you know." She says, that was 2/10 of a leaf coin. This one will be 5/10 of a leaf coin."
I just stare at her until she says that it's cheaper.
All right, 3/10 of a leaf coin.
I'll take it.
how much was the nets again? I'm gonna have to check this.
Oh, it was 3. So you've spent a total of
3.
8/10 of a leaf coin.
I can't believe this like village runs off of a violently unstable cryptocurrency.
Not too.
I was hoping that somebody would enjoy that as much as I
Yeah.
did.
Not too dissimilar to current affairs.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
just satire, top to bottom.
It's just
Then why
business.
does it hurt so much?
Yeah. You get another drink, loot. She brings it to you, puts it down.
How you
Your
doing,
guys'
Luke? I feel like you've been ignoring me a lot today.
It's been a really long day. Wrong.
It's about the same as a long normal day, I think. Time-wise.
What do you think the people at the Cats Away theater would think of synesthesia?
I think they would be inspired to do their own.
You know, I really think that would do a lot of good for our community. We should try to bring some of these people back with us.
I agree. I feel like I brought this up to Brie once, and she didn't like the idea.
I'm gonna cast sending while he talks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go off on that tangent.
There's a kind of a small like where's your Rosaru again?
On my feet.
It's on your feet. Yeah. So
Yeah.
underneath the table, you feel your Rosaru kind of like shift a bit. And you see like a small like it like kind of cracks open, and like a small first it's like a spike that comes out, and then like a little like antenna, a satellite dish like pops out and starts like aiming. um what do you send to or who do you send this to, and what are you sending?
I would send it to Saeed.
Okay, you've got 25 words.
I would just say he'll be able to reply to me, right?
Yep, he gets 25 words back.
Okay. I'll ask, do you know who did this? And then I'll say, bite yourself.
Saeed goes, "Oh, Lude, I was so worried I wouldn't be able to talk to you again. It was a ghost. It was a ghost. Ghost got me! By myself! How hard?
Can I reply back to him?
Nope, not until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I think it'll be a great economic advantage to have something like that over at the Cat's Away.
Does he
So-
do?
Does
Does
Luke
he
have to
bite
speak
himself?
aloud when she's doing the sending?
So as long as there's like some something that gives away that it's happening, I guess no.
Okay, well, I just wondered if like Trunks heard her say, "Who did this to you?" and bite yourself.
Well, you would
I don't
have
think
to
that'd be
speak
off
aloud,
par for Luke to
actually.
say to me.
I know.
She could have kind of whispered it under her breath.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what your response would be to that. Would you bite yourself?
I would stutter, but no, I wouldn't. I just keep going.
Yeah, so yeah, that's all you got for today. The power will recharge by the morning. The little satellite dish like winds itself back in, and the rostru closes back up.
Does he bite himself?
How would you know?
Because if he did, it would trigger phase familiar.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, he does. What does phase familiar do? And does that have a range?
Yes. It has a range of 60 feet. And I feel like I would sense it, right? If it goes into like the pocket dimension, I have some patron control over. Would I be able to tell?
Um,
Saeed would have to be within 60 feet of you, right?
right. Yeah, so you feel like if he was in range, you would know and be able to use this ability. But you don't detect it.
Okay. At this point, I would tell Trunk everything that just happened.
From when Saeed left to...
Yeah, I would tell him about like me sending the message and then what he said and then
Wait,
that he's far away.
when did you do all that?
Don't worry about
Hmm.
it. But we need to act quickly.
Okay. What do you want us to do? Do we need to find him right now?
I mean, do you want to find him tomorrow when he's dead?
No.
Wow.
I want to find him when he's alive.
Yes, me too. So you go get everyone, tell them what happened, and I'm gonna start looking and
But
asking around.
how am I going to find you once I get everybody?
You'll figure it out.
Got it. And I go back to the place.
Boy, guys, I'm glad we're gonna get to actually sleep in our, comfy and enjoy a full night's sleep, and then just keep bust through the door.
Guys! I need your... Saeed is missing and Loot is looking for him. He's been kidnapped by a ghost.
And with that, before we continue, we'll come back on. He's been kidnapped by a ghost. Let's take 5 minutes.
All right.
I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
like halfway, but it's just the light.
Yeah.
Or
But that,
Oh, we're back.
I almost got
Welcome back.
I almost got the eyebrow comment.
Oh, you didn't get the eyebrow? No, that's too bad.
yeah.
Well, you know what? And with us being back, we see the last few seconds of our time before going to commercial break, as Trunk bursts in and says,
He's been kidnapped by a ghost.
"Perfect."
I'm
Uh,
going to bed. I was all ready for bed.
Put all the stuff back on.
I'm glad you guys are ready for an adventure.
This has been
Because,
the longest day.
you know, light-wise, it's like a normal day. I don't know why people keep saying that. Anyways,
It's felt like 5 weeks of D&D sessions. That's how long this day has felt.
It's only been 2. We've had longer. We've had more sessions per day than that.
Yeah. All right, Trunks. Show us where the thing is.
so that's part of the problem. I never saw the ghost.
Uh-huh.
Is this one of
Just like that kicks open the door, the street lights shine in, and everybody's like, ugh!
he Trunks by now Kaduka has realized that Trunks likes to embellish a little bit as he seems sincere.
He's never embellished a thing in his life.
Make a perception check for reading him. Yeah, actually, you think he's being sincere this time.
Yeah, Lou was being really quiet, but normally she is kind of quiet. But this time she was like extra quiet. Then suddenly she broke out of the story and told me she was looking for Saeed.
Where's Loot?
Oh, she's looking for Saeed.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like Whisper's gonna just like rush past him through the doorway.
Right. We need everybody.
Bree would get ready pretty quick and be ready to rush out as well. Although would probably stop him because like we need to figure out how to find Loot or Saeed or both.
Can I make a recall knowledge check on ghosts
Yes.
and any potential ones that kidnap rats? Ooh, I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Bree. Did you say something that I should have heard?
Just that I think we should make a plan before we like rush out of the house.
Yeah, so Whisper's just kind of like stopped outside, looking in for everybody to get ready.
As our spits running away.
Um,
Bree said we should make a plan.
Trunks,
Yes.
you've heard of ghosts that are capable of manipulating the world around them. They are called poltergeists.
Okay.
They tend to, they're naturally invisible. They can manipulate objects around them. When they do appear, they have a very frightening visage, usually. And oftentimes, when they're in the area, just random things are flying all over the place. It gets really like you're in a stuffed tornado, when you're fighting these things.
In Phasmophobia, they refer to those ones as loud ghosts.
Loud ghosts.
'Cause it's not them that's loud; it's all the shit flying
Those
everywhere
things
and the
flying around.
activity that makes them loud.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I do think it'd be weird that there's one up here because there's like a bunch of illusion going on and stuff, so it may be hard to tell. But there are a thing called poltergeists. I read in a book once, and they throw things all over the place, but they're like permanently invisible. But they are sometimes not permanently visible, and they just look scary. So that's the first thing I thought of. The second thing I thought of, well, if the first thing doesn't pan out, we'll go there.
Wait. You said they move things around. Are they dangerous?
Yeah, they can be.
Interesting.
Have you guys seen any weird paranormal activity on things that shouldn't be moving or things happening when they shouldn't be?
I feel like we're
Well,
a walking group of paranormal activity.
we did see something not happen that should have when they tried to replace the. I forget what it's called, but
Bed or anything?
yeah,
The Bimbledy Bob.
yeah. When they tried to replace that and it didn't work, and he said that's never happened before.
I wonder if we should start there.
What do they feed off energy or something like that?
Let me dig. I'm gonna pull out my little notebook. I'm gonna flip to a blank page, and pretend like I'm reading it.
How do they survive? Like, what is their sustenance? Do we have to worry about them like eating seed or what kind of intention?
Sure.
Sure.
Anyways, these are a lot of questions, but we're running short on time, Risprit.
Sure.
You're not, yeah. Just for your information, you're not
Yeah.
quite sure that they eat anything. Like they're not known. There are undead that siphon off souls and stuff like that. Poltergeists aren't known for that kind of thing.
Okay.
Rispert is noticeably kind of distressed at this. Just like, but
Trunks would like a sense of urgency.
All right, you guys run out. What is your plan that you guys are doing?
I think we're gonna go check out that grill first,
Yeah.
and then I'll tell you. Also, I'm not sure where Lou went, but she said we would be able to find her, and I trust Lou mostly.
What direction is Loot in?
Yeah, where was she when you saw her last?
Oh, I turn around and look into the city.
So you guys were still pretty close to the Presto Fab Arena. Kind of everybody else went kind of southeast to go back home. You guys kind of went a little bit north and then started hooking back around to the northeast before you stopped in that bar.
Okay. We were that way. I'm gonna point in direction. That is where the bar was. We were in a bar having a drink. Well, she was having a drink. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm. All right, to the bar.
Yes. We'll check on her first, and then go to the kitchen.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Go to the bar first.
Should I draw like a little map?
Oh, like the village.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Considering we're about to go sleuthing for Saeed, that might be helpful.
All right, I'm drawing one on the main screen.
Is it behind the Legend of Legaia thing? Oh, there it is.
Bubbles.
Bubbles in the
There's a guy
darkness.
named Bubbles.
Oh no, we're underwater.
Bubbles in the Darkness is my my new psychological horror game centered around bubble baths, and the power goes out.
I love it.
That sounds like a fucking Chilla is art like game. I think they were the ones behind the, what is it, Chicken in the Darkness? It's like a horror game to where you have to go down in like this apartment complex to get your like delivery order of fried chicken, and there's like supernatural things happening that freak you out.
Yeah, it's Chicken in the Darkness.
So stupid.
You're getting chased by demons. You just want your chicken.
Yeah, like flying oni heads and stuff. And the whole objective is to get your chicken and get back to the apartment. Like, as a kid growing up, I was like, man, I want to get into game design. That'd be so cool. Like, making all these cool games like Halo and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, as you get older, it's like, if I was a game designer, I'd make stupid crap.
Split up, gang.
All right.
DM's worst nightmare. We should
What's
all
that?
split up. To search
Oh,
for-
split up.
Yeah, the
Well,
worst
here's
phrase
the
for a
thing
DM to hear.
Now I got something to track y'all.
Oh,
What
No,
was that
don't track
crispy
me.
sound when we moved?
Don't track me. My FBI agent's already doing that. Okay.
Spud. Where's Spud gonna go?
Spud is, let's see.
Spud, you stay back in the temporary home and let us know if they come back.
I bet Spud's got a nose of steel. He can track a rat from 3 miles away or something. Look at that schnoz, it's massive.
Aw.
Almost as big as Trunks.
whoa! It's the average size.
I don't know, man.
Could go fireworks.
Well, we're meeting up at supposedly the bar where that's the last spot we saw.
I'll just go to Saeed.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Called it!
can't do that. It's not fair.
We're just saying the rules, we can't go straight to Said, huh? What are you, the rule maker?
That was good.
But yeah. What are you guys doing?
Now we're gonna go to the bar.
To the bar!
Look for loot. She's still there nearby.
All right, Loot. What were you doing in the meantime?
She's walking back. Oh, she's running back.
Loot would have been largely trying to like follow her gut instinct and like scanning the ground to see if she can pick up on any sort of like altercation, a scuffle. Maybe asking people if she's seen any people carrying like a sack.
Okay. Yeah. So you start actually asking around.
Yeah.
So give me a. So how does this work? It's a diplomacy. Give me a diplomacy. Now I'm going to tell you, most people are asleep now, so it's going to be hard to find anybody. So you're going to take essentially -5 to it.
Wait, how did Said get taken away from you to begin with?
We haven't
Well,
met up
you
with her.
you haven't ran into her yet.
Oh, okay.
Wait, she told me that, didn't she?
God
I
damn.
think so. Holy shit! All right, that's nat 20. You see somebody who is, yeah, they're cleaning up the bird poop. And this like older kind of like she's kind of a little hunchback, which you think might be because of her job because she's kind of hunched over a lot, like spraying the floor down with prestidigitation a bunch. But she sees you and she says, "Oh, you're out late."
I ask her if she's seen anyone carrying a sack.
Sack. Nope. Don't think I have. Are you looking for someone in particular?
I'm looking for my little rat friend.
Little rat friend. Oh wow, yeah. Well, we usually keep things pretty pest clean around here, but did he have a little like jewel on his head?
Yeah.
I saw him. Uh, yeah, I thought that was peculiar. A lot of people were stopping to stare, and he was talking to people. That was pretty entertaining. We all just kind of were taking it in. You know, people were asking him questions, and he was asking questions. It was at the beginning of my shift. My shift's about to wrap up. I kind of, work a little bit later, less foot traffic. I can get around a little easier. So I start a little bit later in the day, but yeah, I saw him. He was heading over. He's heading east from here.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the help.
No problem.
And then I start heading east.
All right. So I'm going to put you like over here. Um actually, yeah. As you're walking along, um give me a perception check. You're killing me.
Holy crap!
Uh you see something. Um you see a door to this battery storage area. At least that's what it's labeled. You see one of the side doors like opens and then shuts, and then you hear footsteps, and you see a bit of a kind of shimmer in the air.
Uh, can I call out?
Yeah, you want to call out? What do you say?
I just say, hey, I know you're there. Have you seen a little rat?
So the you hear the footsteps kind of like skid to a stop and then shift and then like there's some things like clanking around and like you're hearing like heavy breathing as you get the impression they are running away from you.
I'm chasing them.
All right. uh Great. You start to chase them. It is at this time everybody gets to the bar about where Loot was, where you guys stopped in and had a drink.
Did we hear her shout for that person that's invisible?
Give me a perception check. Whoever gets the highest. Well, actually, let's see. Actually, you give me a perception check, and I'll give you like a bonus to it. All right. Or actually, this is what I'll do. Anybody else, Trunks, Kaduka, or Thresh, or Risprit, if you want to like aid, essentially.
So roll like a perception aid.
Yeah, so roll a perception.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Okay.
Oh, we can all. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because
This is kind of
Bree's doing
like,
it for like helping.
yeah, representing that you're all there, you're all possibly hearing it. Is that all? There's 5 of you?
Kaduka hasn't done it.
Kadooker.
Kaduka. Okay, so what level are you guys?
6.
You're 6? Let me look at something real quick. There we go. All right. You guys don't hear it. But you stop by this bar, and the bar owner. Do you guys go inside?
Yeah, I'll go back inside.
That'd be the last place that we thought she was, so makes sense.
Yeah. The bar owner sees you come in. She's "Welcome, folks. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, I remember you from earlier.
Oh,
You
hey.
didn't have anything earlier. You changed your mind?
No, I look at it. Not yet. But did you see my companion? Where she went off to?
Give me a D20 luck check.
All right, D20, 6.
Can't say I did. I've been just been in here cleaning glasses and stuff.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why, something wrong?
No, we're just trying to meet up with her, and she's kind of doing, like a scavenger hunt, but we're not sure which direction she went, so we're on what I like to call a goose chase.
Oh, goose
Yeah.
chase. Exotic.
Yeah.
You Yosoki, you're interesting people.
What'd you call me?
Yosoki?
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else.
Well, enjoy
All
the
right.
night. Good
Take
luck
care.
finding your friend.
I hope prices are high for you tonight.
Ah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They go up, they go down.
Guys, we should leave. I don't think this bro's gonna stop talking to me.
Yeah, we'll exit the bar and start looking around.
Okay, bye.
That's rich coming from.
Loot. Give me an athletics check.
Can I cast Tangle Vine instead?
Ooh.
Because it won't hurt them.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good
And I can
idea.
see where they are.
That's true. Okay. Go ahead and cast Tanglevine. 29. All right. Now I need you to roll a flat check. Because while you know their location, they are still hidden because they're invisible.
D20.
Yep, D20.
Ooh.
You go to
Can I,
cast.
yeah, can I hero point that?
Hero point a flat check. It is a D20 roll, sure. Okay. So great. You cast Tanglevine, right? And you kind of readjust right at the last moment, and these vines come up, and you hear oof like that, and they grab around their ankles, and you hear something clang to the floor and ding 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 as it starts to roll off toward the edge of the platform. Looks like one of those Varcons that they have been using to recharge, stuff around here. So as in this, you're running, they're running, you tangle vine, they drop this. They're going to attempt to escape. And it slows them down for sure. Obviously made them drop something, but you see the tangle vines kind of like, you can't really see what they're grabbing onto, but they seem to kind of constrict fully as whoever this is feet like slip out of them, as you hear them like stumbling away, running. They and they continue running, you continue chasing. Give me an athletics check. You seem to be okay, so you have a decision to make. um you seem to be gaining on him, obviously. You're seems to be, whoever this is slipping up. The tangle vine worked great, but you're watching this Varcon go roll toward the edge. Are you going to break off for a moment to run over there and try to grab it, or are you going to just let it go?
Do I suspect anything bad will happen if it falls off the edge?
You really don't know much about these things. You can give me an Arcana check. That's pretty good. You think, I mean, there is a possibility that if it breaks, that any stored up energy could be released. You think there could be an explosion. On the other hand, it's a long way down. If it hits, if it goes any a long amount of distance before it hits, it's probably just going to explode down there. And you don't think it would take down a tree of this size that you're next to.
Um,
And this would definitely slow you down to run over there and grab it.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep running.
All right. You watch, kind of see behind you as the Varcon rolls off the edge of the platform, and you are catching up on this individual. Everybody else, what are you guys doing?
We're probably outside the bar now, right?
Yeah, looking
Yeah.
around.
I think we should split up.
Can I ask around real quick to see if anyone who happens to be nearby saw the direction that another
Is there even anybody
Yisoki
nearby?
ran off to, considering us Yisoki are not commonly around the area?
Yeah, you see a little old hunchback lady that's cleaning up bird stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna go approach her. Hello!
Oh, hi, another one of you.
Hi! Oh, another one. Have you seen one about yay tall with flowers and stuff?
Yeah, pretty little lady. She went off that way. She was looking
Oh,
for her rat.
yes, perfect. Thank you so much. Guys, she went this way! Thank you for your time. I hope, what are you doing?
Picking up the bird shit.
Oh, I hope that goes quickly and none falls on you.
I'm pretty careful.
All right, let's go, guys.
Book it.
Bye!
Take care. All right, you guys start running off in Loot's direction. Loot, give me a perception check. Yeah, so you. All right, that's pretty good. This whoever this is runs into another building um that seems to be kind of an industrial area. Everybody's gone for the day, but they throw open the door and they run inside. Um, you give chase. I assume you go in the same door.
Yeah.
You go in the same door. You're hearing like the pounding of feet as you look around, and there is just a bunch of machinery all over the place. Like, it's not machinery, it's like workbenches, and there's like stuff hanging from the ceiling that they like, tools and stuff. And but with your perception, you track the footprints as they pitter patter through this area and out toward the opposite side door. And then you run after him. What is there anything else special you want to try to do, like as you're running through here?
Oh, I feel like I'm close.
You're gaining on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dazzling Flash.
Oh, okay. I love it. Go ahead and link that. Let's see. You create a blinding flash of light. Each creature in the area must make a fortitude save. Okay. Oh no. Oh my god. You flash this dazzling flash, and whoever it is runs straight face first into the door. And then there's like some scratching, scraping. You hear ding, 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 and like several other Varkons drop to the ground as they finally get a hold of the handle and throw open the door and run outside about the time that you catch up to them. What do you do, like, when you're like within arm's reach?
I grab them.
All right, give me an athletics check. Let's see. Give me a. Let's see. You go to grab at him, and you catch some clothing, but it just slips through your fingers. There is then a flash of smoke that erupts from where you're at, and you smell this smoky smell right before the person seems to run into you, collides with you, kind of spins you a little bit, and then you are struck in the nose, like right on the nose, real hard, and your eyes instantly water. It's hard to see. They're already invisible, but now there's smoke as well. Give me a perception check. So like you take this hit and you're looking around. Do you run out of the smoke? Where's your next what's your next move?
I would generally be running the direction that I think they are.
Yeah, you start to run in that direction and you start to listen, start to look. Your perception of 21, I'm gonna just tell you, is a failure in this. As your you can hero point that if you want.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Ooh.
You start to look, and the smoke starts to clear. The smoky smell is gone. You're not hearing any footsteps anymore, and you don't see anything.
So in pursuit, like we're headed in the right direction, but like since we'd be delayed, would we, as we're going over, like hear the exploding like thing once it hits the like floor, the forest floor below?
Yeah, actually, you do hear. It's not very long after you leave the bar. You hear like a small explosion, hundreds of feet below you.
Do any of you remember if loot was explosive?
I don't think so, but let's keep going in the direction of the
Yeah.
explosion.
And would we see like one of the tree houses, like just the windows and like doorway light up from the like dazzling flash? Or like, how close would we be? I don't know if we were following.
Well, so as you come out, you hear the explosion down there, and then you hear some struggle going on a couple hundred feet away.
They're probably that way.
As we're chasing,
Yes,
I feel
we
like an
run toward the
explosion
truck.
might be commonplace for this area.
And as you continue, you run. You catch up to Loot, who's standing there looking around outside of this fabrication building.
Loot. You were right. I found you.
I knew you would.
So, have you made any progress? We
Uh,
thought maybe we could go look at the kitchen.
I would tell them everything that just happened.
Looking around, do I have an idea of what this place is that we're in?
Yeah, it looks like they make stuff here.
Can I tell like what kind of stuff they make? Or does it not matter?
It looks like they are. Yeah, so this place. It doesn't look like they're treating stuff with the Presturva, but it looks like they're just kind of making widgets and yeah, like parts for random things out of like. There's a bunch of like raw materials here.
Alrighty then.
It does sound like poltergeist shenanigans.
Are poltergeists typically engineers?
Well,
Like Richard's
No.
looking at Trunks, kind of just like, you're the one that knows about poltergeists.
spirits come from all sorts of life, and given that the spirit is here, and a lot of the people that live here are some sort of creative individual, I think it's possible.
When you start to talk with
Polter
confidence like that,
gnome,
Richard's
perhaps.
eyes go squinty.
Polter gnome.
A poltergnome.
Thank you.
Do you think they're
Um,
poltergeist?
Loot. What you're pretty sure of at this point is that whatever you were chasing was definitely a gnome. Like you clashed with them enough that you're like that was a gnome.
Or a poltergeist that was built like a gnome?
I don't think Loot necessarily believes that Saeed got taken by like an actual ghost. Maybe something that was scary or translucent, but not buying into the ghost thing.
Oh, Saeed just thought it was a ghost. Wait. So, because like we arrive in the workshop like after all this has happened, and
Yeah.
Loot's there, and
Yep, and you see there's 4 Varkons that have been dropped on the ground.
oh, hey Bree, you can actually look at these now. Wait, why are these here? Loot, did the like how did these get here? Did you see?
I think they were dropped by the person I was chasing.
Huh. These Varkons, do they have like the 3 like glowy dots, or
They do. Yeah, all of them have 3 glowy dots.
Interesting. You said there was 4.
Oh, sorry, all 4 of them.
Okay. Oh no. I was just double checking. You didn't say how many, like the quantity of them, but
Yeah, there was 4. Yeah, he dropped 4. Dropped
4
of
in
them
here, and then
in
1
here.
back on
Yeah,
the
and 1
grid.
back there. Yeah. So these 4 all have 3 glowy dots.
Okay. We should probably hold on to these.
Oh, Loot, you took 8 damage. Did I tell you that already?
No.
You took 8 damage from hit in the face.
Yeah. Does Loot have a bloody nose?
Yeah.
Loot, do you want us to take care of that?
Yes.
I can heal. Oh.
Ball.
Drowner.
Drown in it.
Loot, you get 12 healing back and 12 health back. You're a little wetter than you were before, but your nose is no longer bleeding.
Well, washes away all the blood. You're welcome.
I noticed that Bree's still a little bit kind of messed up, so I want to do some medicine.
Okay, go for it. Can you use your shiny new buttons?
Oh, that's right.
Uh-oh. That was
She's dead.
Wait, where are the buttons again?
Are you gonna hero point that?
Yeah.
rolling that one and just Steven Seagal like snap her
Oh,
neck.
there they are. The medicine assurance. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hero point it. No.
Yeah, Bree got pretty banged up. You do your best to patch her up, but you know, She took some hurt. I don't
Well,
remember what from.
It was like before we even got to the village.
Yeah.
Oh,
So how much
yeah, it was
healing
a
did I
hag.
actually take? Yep, might have been.
Yeah, how much?
I bet
is
I
that?
would have probably I mean, we had short rests. I'd probably be full health by now.
Yeah. I wouldn't
it-
worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Other than for RP reasons, patching up your buddies. But yeah, you guys have 4 seemingly full Varkons. What are you gonna do at this moment?
Why would it want these canisters?
Bree's gonna study them.
Should we report this to the? Oh, what are they called?
We should report that something came through here. Maybe not report on the Varkon canisters?
No, we can give them all 3 Varkon canisters that we found, right? All
Yeah,
3.
yeah, we counted 3, right? 1, 2, 3.
What about that one?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
You counted 3.
You start hearing some quickly approaching footsteps.
I would
Trunk?
quickly try to hide one of the Varkon canisters.
Trunks, how many Varkons are there?
6. Hold on, my vision's blurry. You just smelled me.
That's more like a shoulder punch kind of thing, just like dude.
Cue the,
However many you want there to be.
Captain Picard meme. There are
No.
4 Varkons.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
God damn it.
Oh man, wasn't it? There were 4 lights, and
There were 4 lights, and they tried to
gaslight
tell
them
them
into
there were
3,
3.
right? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How perfect is that? All right.
Freaking Q.
Yeah. So, How do you hide this Varkon? Because they're kind of. I mean, they weigh a bit. They weigh like 15 pounds.
Don't one of us have like a bag of holding?
Isn't all your stuff back in the house?
No, we would have. Well, I don't know if we would have grabbed the bag of holding, but we would have grabbed most of our stuff. But yeah, you're probably right.
Rispert travels light. They could probably
I would hand it to Kaduka and tell him, sneak back to the house through the back door.
Ooh.
Don't worry, I'll get their attention, and I'll turn on my lights.
Okay.
So we're gonna have Kaduka try to sneak it back to our house.
Kaduka, are you gonna do that?
Sure.
Kaduka's
All
gonna
right.
Mission Impossible. The thing back there.
You go out the back door.
I'm gonna take the keys from Rispert. Or mine now.
Trunks turns on his lights. Hey, Trunks, make a distraction.
All right.
I think that's a deception check, right?
Performance? Deception? Deception works for me. Wait a minute. Deception's okay.
I'm
Let's
trying
see,
to
is that-
remember.
What's because isn't there a different couple ways to like?
Oh, create a diversion. That's the one
Yeah.
I
What
was
is
thinking of.
is that deception?
Is that
It is under
is that
deception.
performance?
There are probably feats that allow you to make a diversion with a performance or other
Yeah,
things.
I don't have that. I was also wondering. Let's see.
But I'll
Let's
I'll
see.
take a performance
Intimidation.
or whatever else you want to do.
Does he get it with
Well, to
advantage
be-
since he turned his lights on?
Deception
I
and
will give a
performance.
bonus.
Deception and performance are actually the same for me. So
Oh, okay.
it would be it would be the same either.
Gotcha. Let me actually it might be okay. Because what you see running up is a gnomish guard, and
Stop right there, and I flash them my lights.
and 2 bark rangers.
Oh.
There we go. Let me look. Okay. All right. Oh, you rolled a 4. That's a 4.
+4. I rolled a 12.
Oh, you rolled a 12.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
+4
I see
in
that.
deception.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, because you're not trained. That's just your charisma.
No, yep, I'm trained in the other 2.
Oh
Not
no.
Trunks doesn't like lying.
Yep. No, I get it. They stop, and the guard raises a crossbow, and the other 2, the bark rangers, like point their like fists at you, and you see little slots open up on them as they point at you, and they say, "Halt there! I heard there was a commotion. There was like an explosion, and people heard people rushing this way."
Also, I don't know if this matters, but I actually have another +1 to that.
Okay.
Okay, but yes, we were chasing. Well, we were looking for our friend who was chasing someone else who may or may not have stolen her friend.
Oh. Somebody was kidnapped.
There was a rat napping.
Rat napping. Well, I mean, I think people generally call you Yosoki. Rat is somewhat of a pejorative.
No,
I wasn't talking
no.
about one of us.
Not a Yosoki, Rispert makes the size with the hands, like this.
Oh,
this
like
size.
a pet rat.
Sure.
A friend rat.
Friend rat. Okay.
Friend.
I will take that under advisement, but at the moment, you are the one suspect that I have. Anybody else in there with you?
Yeah, there's a couple of us. Our friend was chasing someone who was invisible, and they dropped some of these, and I would point to the 3 canisters.
I see. Looks like some Varkons. You're not supposed to have those.
We don't have them.
That's why we're pointing them out and showing you that someone who Loot chased dropped them.
All right. Well, you have to know how this looks. You show up to our town on the first day. You're chasing an invisible person.
Is that uncommon around here? Invisibility?
I suppose not. Which is why it's a perfect story. It's a good story. You showed up, and now you're sneaking off with some Varkons, possibly?
But
Might
how
be
are
how
we
it looks,
sneaking
but-
off of the Varkons if we're just giving them to you? If I was trying to sneak off
It's
with them,
'cause you
why
got
would
caught.
I? No, I was hidden in this thing. I didn't have to come forward.
Well, you had to know that we were gonna search the premises.
Okay, that's fair enough. But
Look, your story very much could be true. I just need you to see where I'm coming from on this, and what I've seen.
I do
Personally.
understand.
So I'm gonna need you to come with me, and we're gonna just have a bit of a discussion, all right, with my superiors.
So you're gonna have a discussion on how to find my pet rat?
If we
Or
find
are we
you,
gonna have a discussion about these stupid little battery things?
one after the other, yeah,
Okay, which one's first?
the batteries.
Okay, why?
Because then, if we can prove that you're innocent,
I don't care. I do not care about these batteries, and it seems like you guys don't care about our friend.
the friend could be a lie.
Okay. I want to talk to your manager.
Oh,
Great, come with me.
I don't think that played out how she thought it would.
That's what I want you to do. Kaduka, please give me a stealth check.
I don't like what I'm doing right now, but for the group I am. This does not feel right.
Were you gonna hero point? Hero point that?
No.
You're not gonna.
There's
you're not
only
gonna
9 minutes left until.
Kaduka, you're conflicted as you start to walk with the Varkon in your hand. About the time that the couple more Bark Rangers show up, and the gnome directs two of them to inspect the area. And just as you step out to try to sneak out, one is just coming around the side and sees you and stops and then raises its hands. And there's like a whistle that goes off, like you hear it like kind of rattling internally before it comes out.
Ah, shit.
Like the other couple other Bark Rangers like go around to like corner you.
I just put my hands up.
They kind of step back and they point in the direction of the front of the shop. And as they lead you up, the gnomish guard says, I see. You had one of your friends in the back. Gonna sneak off with one of them, huh? I can't say that looks good for you folks.
Well, I mean, two things can be true.
Can't you like cast a truth spell on us or something like that?
Do you want us to?
Sure.
Yeah.
No.
I got like 3 shirts and a no.
I consent to truth spell.
As does Bree.
Alright, well, I mean, either way, I need y'all to come with me. And he starts to lead you away.
You know, the ratings of truth spells aren't always accurate, and they can't use it as legal basis.
Sure we can. Because, you know, magic is great, right? You know, we all love magic, trust it with all of our hearts. And they take you on down to the precinct.
No, day one we get arrested. I just wanted to go to sleep.
You get to go to sleep in
Jail.
less than cozy jail cells. And with that, we'll end for tonight. Locked up in Gnome Jail. Says, well, you folks, you got something to eat, right? You're not all starving.
No,
I'd
we're
like
just
to-
tired. We'll go to bed.
All right, well, sleep tight. We'll get to you in the morning.
I would like some cheese.
You want some cheese? Stuff is
Yes,
kind of expensive.
please. I mean, I'll pay.
Define expensive, because it seems like prices here just... Never mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one's open right now anyway, so...
Then why do you offer us food?
I mean, I could get you, like, something
What do
other
you
than
got?
cheese.
What do you have?
I brought a sandwich.
I would love a
What
sandwich.
kind of sandwich?
All right, well, the missus, I mean, she makes pretty good sandwiches, but, like, here. It's, it's look at this. Nice,
Watercress.
deli
Oh
sandwich.
god.
I thought they didn't eat much meat.
Yeah, it's like Veggie Deli.
I will not be.
Is there any chance I could request an extra pillow?
Let me see if there's one in the closet.
This isn't a sandwich. This is a salad with extra croutons.
This is not a song. This is a sandwich.
This is not a song. It's
This is a sandwich. What would make you think otherwise?
It's really just a hoagie in disguise.
Mhm.
God, I love that song. I love that. whole
Arguably
album.
the best album, in my opinion. Sandwich is the best
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. But with that, yeah, you guys have a bit of a rough night's sleep in the slammer. And we will come back to that next session. Not at all how I thought this was going to go.
Damn.
You find yourselves in a prison cell.
Obvious
Alright.
exits are north, south, and Dennis.
What? Dennis?
Where's Dennis?
Wait, where is that from again?
Strong bad email.
Oh,
The game
okay.
one.
That's right.
It's like one of those text-based games. You know, you type something like "Get ye flask," and the game says you can't get ye flask, and you just have to imagine why you can't get ye flask because the game's not going to tell you.
Alright, bye stream.
Bye,
Bye,
stream.
stream.
Bye,
Bye.
stream.